I'm going to do something that I never done before when doing one of these videos. Before we get started, I want each of you to answer this question for me. Did Keith Thurman do anything different than he's done in any fight that he's been a part of? Before I get going, go down to the comment box and answer that question. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Give me a yes or a no. Thank you. It's pretty funny when coaches are put in a predicament to overcome a scenario that should already be familiar to you. That's where you start to have to question their coaching cachet. Before I get started, I'd like to introduce myself before all of you who have never seen this channel before, and for all of you who graciously click play every time you see me. My name is Eric A. Bradley, aka The Real Fight Doctor, and there is no other on this level. All right, let me get back to the fight. It's titled The Blame Game. What is the blame game? It's kind of self-explanatory. It's when you blame everybody but yourself. You knew what Keith Thurman was going to do. He didn't come out with new bells and whistles. He came out and did what was necessary to do. I'm going to go through 12 key points. And when I get done, you're going to be 10 points higher with your boxing IQ. You're welcome. He ran all night. He ran all night. Okay, before you get in the ring with your son, you go into what we call a training camp. Training camp is what it is you go through to prepare you for the other guy that's trying to steal your crown. All right. So if you know the guy moves in the ring, you see, coaches always have a funny way of putting a connotation behind boxing around the ring, using lateral movement as running whenever it happens to their fighter. But coaching 101, when the fighter against you is moving around the ring left or right, you go to where they're going, not to where they've been. Don't chase them around the ring. Boxing 101. That's the first offensive footwork you learn outside of pivoting, sidestep, box step. That's what I'm saying. Lesson 2 in this. If the fighter has constant movement, let's just say if you're in the ring against Muhammad Ali and he's just exceptional at footwork, you walk backwards. Just like Danny Garcia did at 2 or 3 different points in the fight last night. He walked back into the center of the ring. Keith Thurman walked forward. But we call that walking the fighter back and shrinking him. If a guy's moving around the ring, I told you was going to be 10 points higher whenever I finish this post. When a guy is moving around the ring on you and you cannot keep up and you find yourself following him, the first thing you do is walk back and make him come to you, because that's what his first instinct is to do. He's not going to stand across the ring and make people think he's just afraid to come near you. He's going to walk to you, and that's when you can execute your offensive game plan. That's coaching 101. It's the judges. The judges. The judges. He blamed everybody. The judges. He blamed the WBC. The WBC has to do with Danny Garcia throwing punches in the fight. You need to thank the judge that actually gave your son the fight. 15-13. That's the one that everybody should be raising their eyebrows about. Now, just say, for instance, some of you did pick him winning. You know, that just says for you, there's certain things that you don't understand about judging that they have to score. They have to score ring generalship. Who was the ring general? Who would you have rather have been last night? That's how you judge a fight. Worst case scenario, if the fight was so close. But if there was any fight that was very close and you wanted to say, all right, I have to give it to the other guy. Heck, I'd much rather have given it to Sean Porter when he fought Keith Thurman, because it was obvious. Sean Porter knew how to cut off the ring. When Mike Tyson fought Larry Holmes, he cut the ring off. Why? Because he knew that was the only way he was going to beat Larry Holmes, with that beast jab and that crazy right hand. Just an idea. Learn how to cut off the ring. These aren't things that Danny does not know how to do. But what happened was, when he came out, Keith Thurman discombobulated him with that left hook, that right hand, stuck him to the body, hit him with the uppercut. Danny was all out of sorts. And that's one of the things that happens when you're in a fight at that level, in a fight of that magnitude. You can get rocked out of your socks. You got 12 rounds to stop this guy, to figure out how to cut the ring off. Did he decide to do that? No, he didn't. He failed. Coach's corner. Throw more punches, why don't you? Let's just think. If Danny throws more punches, even jabs, throwaway jabs, sets up real connects. That's one of the things our guys learn in camp all the time. Throw more jabs, throwaway jabs, meaning jabs is just pro and disrupt the other guy's offensive thought process. That's what that does. Then, as we move on forward, there's no sacrifice. You don't have to put your chin on the line. It's just disrupting the other guy. Another point number 7. No, point number 8. Give better instructions. See, what happens when you are the father of the fighter, your emotions tend to get the better of you. Whenever he sees his son getting rocked and he knows he's discombobulated, it discombobulates him. What he should have did was had the game plan written down. He should have had better instructions to execute. Cutting off the ring. Stay with me here, because the last 3 points are vital. Stop walking in the uppercuts. When you standing straight up and you still getting hit with uppercuts, what is that saying? Keep that head off the line. Keith Thurman had all of this planned out. The better prepared fighter was the one that comes away with the victory when he has the heart to carry out the game plan. But what was so unique about this is all of the complaining that Angel had, he never thanked the referee for not taking a point for Danny hitting low throughout the night. Keith Thurman, I never saw him complain once. It's mighty funny that when Garcia fought Herrera, I don't remember hearing, and maybe you did, Angel complaining about the movement. Because movement is a part of boxing, and coaches always find a way to eliminate responsibility for not knowing how to deal with it when it happens. But if you come to my camp, and this is not about our camp, but it's just these things you're going to know, you're going to learn, you're going to know how to cut the ring off. See, whenever you are avoiding yourself of responsibility, that's all guilt for you not doing the role in the manner in which you should have done it. I tell people all the time, I made a video a couple of years ago, and it's on my channel on YouTube. You can YouTube Master Boxing LLC. I think it's Master Boxing on YouTube. If you want to find those videos, Coaches University is the title of it. Robert Garcia is a coach. He teaches you how to throw the jab. He made Brandon Rios better. He also made Chino better, Marcos Maidana, because he created that jab mindset. Very good. Then you have guys who are very psychological with their fighters when it comes to coaching them in the corner. If you go back and watch when Virgil Hunter was coaching Andre Berto in the Soto Carras fight, you can see how well he gets into your head. Go out there and you get him. And he went out there, even though he had a torn rotator cuff, he still went out there and gave it his all. He can make you fight up for the moment. So when you see these things, this shows you that certain coaches have certain things. Nassim Richardson, a technician, he knows how to guide you vocally and verbally throughout the ring in the corner. He'll tell you, swim left, swim right, wipe his nose with the hook. He gives you those analogies to really bring things full circle and bring such a cool cachet to it. So hats off to Nassim Richardson for being so swift in the corner. Um, his mentor was Bowie Fischer. That's one of the legends of the game. If you don't know him, he was one of the first coaches to work with Bernard Hopkins through his entire career. He got him to the level that he got him to at middleweight. These are important facts to know for you people who are not in the boxing game full circle, but I had to give you guys these nuts and bolts because whenever you allow yourself to point fingers at all of the people besides yourself, that's the problem. You're overlooking the true problem. And Angel Garcia, he needs to look at what it is that he's doing in that corner. Maybe you were just bested by the better fighter. Sometimes you have to just admit that. But when it comes down to boxing, we teach footwork, forward, backwards, defense, offense. There's a balance. You get at a university what you sign up for. And sometimes it's time to go get your master's degree at a different university. My name is Coach Eric Bradley, and I thank you guys for taking the time out to chop it up about the fight. Any comments? What did you see the fight as? Leave them down below. Hopefully I can chop it up with you guys. If not, go over to Master Boxing Combat Life Group and chop it up with some of my fighters or Master Boxing on the page. I gave you instructions to go out to YouTube and follow the channel Master Boxing LLC. But if not, we'll see you on the other side. That was a fight last night. But sorry, somebody has to lose. And the guy who came to win showed his true boxing cachet. Who do you want to see next? Thurman, Earl Spence, Thurman, Berto? It's on you. Make it do what it do. Peace.